get an isolated colony from this plate, put it on this plate and streak it for isolation so that we can get pure cultures. We can start a pure culture, or sometimes when there is contamination, this will allow you to find if you have something that is not this particular bacteria, okay? So the first thing you want to do is label the plate. I just dried it because we took it out from the fridge and it's cold. So A. globiformis. This is the host bacteria, and we are doing this to make our own stock. 9/18/25, and I put my initials so I know that this was a plate that I did. Okay. We don't have enough. That's okay. Okay. So we're going to divide it into 3 unequal zones. Okay. And we're going to call this zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. The idea is that in zone 1, we put a lot of bacteria and it will be very concentrated. All of the bacteria that is coming from one colony of bacteria, and one colony of bacteria represents one bacteria, okay? But a colony does not have just one bacteria, okay? It has anywhere from 10 to the 12 to 10 to the 18 bacteria per colony, okay? And so this, each individual one is a colony of bacteria. Some have more, some have less, but each individual colony has that many bacteria. But it arises from a single bacteria. So when we pick one bacteria, one colony, we are essentially picking one pure culture, okay? And so that's the reason why we do this. In this zone, we transfer all of that bacteria in this zone. We switch to a new loop, or we sterilize the loop, and then start from this corner and then spread it out in this zone. So we are diluting by going into an area where there is no bacteria. Then we turn it around. I'm going to switch to another loop. For my demo, we don't have one. I didn't bring one, enough extra. So we're going to use the same loop for zone 2, but ideally we should not, okay? We'll switch to another clean loop starting from this corner, and I'm going to go in this motion. So when I tilt the plate, you should be able to see the streak mark, okay? And so maybe get closer so that you can see the streak mark, okay? And so first you want to look at the plate and identify which colony. So you want to, this is called discrete colony. Discrete means that, see, these are individual colonies, but they are kind of fused together, not well separated. This is not considered a discrete colony, okay? I will pick this one right here, this colony, because with the loop, I can actually physically take it out without touching the adjacent ones, okay? So this technique allows you to find many, many discrete colonies. Okay, so ideally I would need another one. So here we go. Always place the plate media side on top to minimize contamination. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm taking this one, okay? So hold it at an angle so you can see that you are not touching anything else, and then just gently scoop it up, okay, with the loop. And so now I have the bacteria, that colony of bacteria. I don't need this anymore. I'm going to put the zone 1 on top so that when I flip it, it's on top, okay? So this is zone 1. Okay, open it. And so that's zone 1, and what I'm going to do is just gently tap, tap, tap to transfer all of that colony, and then just spread it, go back and forth. So all the bacteria that came from that one colony is now spread in zone 1, okay? So if you actually look at this plate, see how it is almost confluent, right? That's what zone 1 would look like, okay? So then I would take another one. So we are using these disposable loops, but we can also use the ones that we can reuse, okay? So now I'm going to turn it around. So zone 2 is on top, and you should be able to see, can you tell the streak marks on zone 1? Can you see it? So if you zoom in, can you see it?
Let's see.
No?
Not really. I think you need to reflect it a little. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah?
Okay.
Can you show it?
A little
No?
bit more. Can I?
Yeah?
move
Maybe
it?
hold it in your hand. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. There. Yeah.
Yeah?
That's shown. Okay. You
Okay.
can hold it there.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into that corner, and from there I'm going to take some and just stay within the line, okay? So ideally I would not be using it. What I'm going to do is just flip it over and move it around to zone 3, okay? You still don't see the marks, right? Okay.
But we saw it initially.
Maybe take it in your hand.
There you go.
Yeah?
Yep. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I'm not taking from somewhere there is no bacteria. So that's why it's important to see where the streak marks are. Okay. So I'm going to take some from here and then just go like this. And essentially what I'm doing is whatever many bacteria was here. Okay. So now hold it again in your hand so you can show streak marks on all 3 zones.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's very
and
cool.
so that's it. So essentially what we are doing is we are taking all of these bacteria, placing it in zone 1, and then switching to another one. We are actually diluting it. So we start with a clean loop and drag it here. So we are taking only a fraction of what we had here, okay? Again, switching to another loop, starting from this corner, we're taking a fraction of what is here and diluting it out. So essentially diluting it out in 3 zones so that chances of getting these isolated colony is maximized. Okay?
Okay.
So that's what we did. All right? Okay.